Is that considered product placement? Sponsor me. Hello! This week's video is somewhat similar to last week's, except it's a little different, which is why I decided to make it a separate video. Essentially, it's I remember when ... because I'm just gonna tell you little stories of things I remember from back when I was a kid. First story. I remember when, in 4th grade, my 4th grade teacher was talking about her son who was in high school, and she was like, oh yeah, he always has to stay up so late doing homework. He stays up until 10. 10? Mind you, back then, I went to sleep at like 8 or before that. So like 10! 10 was like, oh my goodness, that's late! I'm gonna have to stay up till 10 in high school doing homework? Now I'm like, oh, it's 1 a.m. I think that's true for most of us. Another one. I remember... So of course, like, as most little kids, I wasn't allowed to say bad words, right? Like, even songs that had bad words were kind of like... Meh. And so, I remember the first time I downloaded my first Eminem song, which was... Beautiful? Beautiful? Don't let them say you're not beautiful. So, that song. Anyways, that one had a lot of bad words, right? And so I realized that. I'm like, oh, I got the explicit version. And so the only time I listened to it was when my parents weren't home. Like, I'd wait until they left, and then I'd, like, play it quietly, so if they suddenly came back, they wouldn't hear me listening to bad words. Going along with that, I really enjoyed 2.5 Men as a kid. I mean, I still do. And so, I just discovered it one day, like, going through the channels. I was like, what's this show? And I watched it and I was like, ah, that's hilarious! But then I realized this is probably not appropriate for my age, so for a while, I used to watch 2.5 Men secretly. Yeah. Another thing that happened in elementary school, this time in 2nd grade, this was like our first, like, big test, right? Like, it was like, ooh, a test, right? And my teacher was like, no talking during the test. And I was like... But then I realized I needed to cough. Hey, I wasn't used to taking tests, so I was like... are we allowed to cough? She's like, of course! And I'm like, ah, phew! I mean, you said not a sound. I didn't know if coughing was a sound. You're allowed to cough during the test. And sneeze. Also, in 2nd grade, geez, what was going on in 2nd grade? We were in the library, and the librarian read us this story about a leprechaun. And then my friends and I were so inspired, we're like, whoa, leprechaun? And I legit believed that the leprechaun existed, at least during that St. Patrick's Day, because I remember distinctly us going around the library and being convinced that we could see him. Like, we were going down an aisle, and then, there he is! Around the corner! And we'd zip around the corner. He's hiding. And I'm serious, we spent the whole lunchtime in that library. Every time we could have sworn we saw him going around the corner. We'd go there and he wasn't there, and that was the day I was convinced the leprechaun existed. I also remember, back to 4th grade, we started learning cursive. And every teacher was like, oh, you kids need to learn cursive. You're gonna need to know it. Trust me, you will use cursive in middle school and in high school writing your essays and for the rest of your life. I was like, really? I mean, I learned it. And one of the few people who can still remember it. But like, got to middle school, I was like, phew, we don't need this. Goodbye! No, we did not need cursive. Spoiler alert. There was this movie I used to watch as a kid. Barbie Rapunzel. Anyone remember that one? And in that one, Barbie has this canvas, and she takes her magic paintbrush, and she goes like, whoosh, she draws a single stroke, and the whole, like, scenery, this painting, like, comes to life. It, like, boom, magic! Wow, what a beautiful artist she is. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. I was like, I can do that. I really believed. And I took out a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and I took out a paintbrush. Okay, I believe I am like Barbie Rapunzel, and with a single stroke, a painting will come out. It didn't. I went like, whoosh. Oh, okay, it didn't work that time. I'll do it again. I believe. Maybe if I just paint some more, it'll just, you know. No painting came out. If I wanted to paint, I had to actually paint. And my last story for now is of Ricki Lake. Anybody remember Ricki Lake? She had a talk show. She was in this movie I used to watch as a kid called Murder, She Purred. Anyways, it was like this TV movie, so not many people know it. But I remember when my mom first brought home the VHS that she bought for me, actually, I pointed to Ricki Lake because Ricki Lake had like short hair on the cover. And I was like legitimately confused. I was like, is that a woman or a man? Because small-minded child, I thought long hair meant girl and short hair means boy, which is totally wrong. But I was confused. I was like, you're saying she's a girl, but like she got short hair, so she's a boy. Yeah, no. She's a girl. Hey, can't blame a kid. Anyways, that was a bunch of random stories. Maybe they made you laugh, maybe you're bored. Please don't be bored. Tell me what I should do in the future if you're bored. And if you actually like this, share some of your childhood weirdness stories with me. What did you used to do and say and think? And what do you remember from your childhood? Alright, thank you very much. Stay tuned next week for more. It'll be an entirely different topic, so get excited! Or not. Bye.